Hello and welcome to an exciting new episode of Bilby's Buddies. Or is this Bilby's Boo? Because I got the delicious and amazing Alyssa over here. Hey. Time to play Standard. This is the new format they have for Hearthstone right now. Basically, to those who are new to card games, like Alyssa and some other people I know, they're kind of making a different format. And like Magic, if you're akin to, or you know what Magic the Gathering is, they have a standard format that is pretty much just you playing the regular game, but just with the newest cards. And I think that's what they're doing with this new Hearthstone set, because they're getting rid of some of the older sets. You can't play those. You'll only be able to play the newer sets.
Yeah, I've only played Hearthstone a little. Well, that's not true. I played a lot of it, but I didn't invest a lot of, I guess, money into it and crafting a lot of cards.
Well, you get cards by playing the game, even if you're not wanting to invest money. You can get enough money just sitting around and playing the game is going to earn you enough gold in game to where you can actually purchase cards.
That's true, but it was mostly pretty casual for me.
Okay. So I see, like up here at the top, you basically just choose the format, and you can just switch it.
Okay. I
see. And they're going to be like, nah, you can't play some of these decks. Pretty much all of my decks are going to be playing those. Okay, so you can win 5. So if you win 2 games in Standard, you're going to get 5 packs of the new set. So that's you're getting a whole lot of cards starting off now. So if you want to get into Hearthstone, this is a great time to do it.
Seems like I'm going to have to change all my stuff.
But I'm going to have to create a new deck that actually works in this standard setup. That's going to be an episode for another day. I pre-ordered this set, so I wanted to actually go and collect my packs.
Ooh.
Did I just get Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Do you just get Cthulhu?
I guess so.
Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, so you get the flagship legendary for the set, it seems, just by opening up the game. Well, my packs want to be opened, so we're gonna go with pack numero uno.
I love the art in Hearthstone. It's so cool.
Man, the pack animations are always different, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Twisted Worgen. It's a 2-drop 3/1 with stealth. I mean, that's
pretty cool. Yeah.
Whoa, it's like it's like the other card from the core set. It costs 1 more, but it's a 3/1 instead of a 2/1. So that's pretty cool, I guess. We got Twilight Flamecaller, Battlecry, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions.
That's pretty cool.
That's actually pretty good. It's sort of like a whirlwind effect on in a mage card, which is interesting. Ooh, Fiery Bat. I'm actually excited about this one since Leopard Gnome got nerfed.
Yeah.
They actually had to replace something for Hunter to give like some aggressive decks a little bit of early game. Though the effect is a little bit different. This is more akin to, I think, Huge Toad. It's like a smaller Huge Toad, because Huge Toad is a 2-drop 3/2, but it has the same effect. I guess it's important to notice that this is a beast, so anything you're playing with beast synergy gets that. Oh, and another cool thing is this is actually named after a pro player in the game.
Really?
Yeah, there's this guy called Firebat who's I think he won the first world championship they had.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they named a card after him. It's kind of cool. Ooh, we got. I was actually kind of excited about this new Warlock rare. You discard a random card when you play it, but you draw a card when it dies.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it's a lot of the small creatures in Warlock have that sort of bad effect, but you usually get like a really powerful creature.
Because isn't Warlock, it like takes your health away to draw a card?
Yeah. So it's all about that hurt yourself to give yourself an advantage. Divine Strength, I think, is really funny because there's actually, it's a sort of a print of a Magic the Gathering card in Hearthstone.
Really?
Yeah. There's one with a very similar effect.
So many packs.
It's a lot of packs. I'm probably going to start rushing through these a little bit. We'll just see what we get here.
What's that?
So our rare is a 5-drop. Oh, I get it. This is sort of a theme with this set, is that the old gods are sort of like a Bizarro style thing where they are like opposites of big things. Yeah. And so you see a lot of the Bizarro type thing in this, where this is like Anti-Keelbot, where whenever you play, you get a battle cry on Anti-Keelbot for 3 and he gives you 8 health, whereas this guy, you drop him and when he dies, you take 8 health from an enemy hero.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Cool.
I think Feral Rage is a really cool Druid card. I know you like Druid a lot.
Yeah, I do like Druid.
But I mean, a 3-drop that's going to give you the options for giving your hero
that's
+4
cool.
attack or gain 8 armor is going to give you options to either remove something off the board with 4 attack, or if you need to stall, it's going to give you an option to do that. Plus, there is a card that hopefully we'll run into is actually a legendary. If I get it, that'd be kind of cool. It's the Druid legendary that allows you to take both instead of just choosing one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I really like the Druid deck. I want to try actually playing the Warlock deck one day.
Yeah, Warlocks are really cool. It's a little bit difficult for new players to play Warlock because they're kind of it's hard to know when you want to draw that card and deal 2 damage to yourself, and so that's. And a lot of times with newer players, you're really afraid to lose life, and so you kind of have to work with understanding when it's a good time to take that risk. 2 great cards here that I think are awesome. We got the On the Hunt, which I love the idea that this can really benefit a control style hunter, where you can deal 1 damage. It's a spell, so you can play things like Lock and Load. So when you play this, you draw a card, but you're getting a 1/1 creature and dealing 1 damage. So you're kind of not. You're gonna try and remove something off their field and then give yourself, something.
Is it like that? What's the one, the Elven Archer?
Yeah, it's like Elven Archer, but it's a spell.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of cool. And this, I think, is going to, if Aggro Paladin becomes a thing again, this is really going to do it. Because it's going to, there's a 3/1 Divine Shield 3-drop for Paladin. Or I think it might be just a standard card. And, just being able to run into something and then give, well, this is when you summon it, so you would have to summon something that's a 1-drop. But there's going to be cards you can do this with. Oh, my God. If you somehow were able to play that 1 hunter card that spawns a bunch of 1/1 charge mastiffs,
God, that would be ridiculous.
That'd be fun. All right, but let's move on to the next pack. Let's see. So we got... Ooh. There we go. Okay. I'm interested to see how this Cthulhu stuff is going to play out.
Yeah.
So Cthulhu is like this, I think he's a 10-drop, 6/9 or something like that. And there's all these cards that synergize with him so that whenever you play a card, it gives you an effect, but it also gives your Cthulhu a plus and plus, so that it becomes more powerful, and this happens wherever it is.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So when you finally draw it, you might, if you've been playing all these cards throughout the game, it might be some ridiculous 30-something, 30 or something.
There's that other one, the Cthulhu's Chosen, too, that does it as well.
And there's a lot of cards in the deck that do that. This card, Mire Keeper, is actually one that I'm really excited about playing for Druid, where you get the option to play a 3/3 for 4 and give yourself a 2/2 slime, or if you need to ramp into something, this is going to give you that option. So if you get your coin starting off, if you're going on the play, you can go on the play your coin, and then get up to this on turn 3, and then gain your extra mana crystal. Especially
really
if you're opening with a Wild Growth in hand, this is going to give you a lot of options for going up really high, really fast. And I think that giving an effect for Wild Growth on a creature is really good. Oh, hey.
Ooh.
Got an epic and a rare. Okay, so Evolve is actually one of these cards that's looking like it might be one of the new staples for the new meta. But this is a really good card. You transform all of your minions into a random minion that costs 1 more.
Oh, shit.
So, and for it's not even like this is like a 3-drop card or anything like that. Just a 1-drop, which is going to give you so many advantages. Especially with Shaman, where you're playing all your totems for 0.
That's
so,
true.
Even if you're just upping all your little 0-drop guys that you're building up, and I assume that the totems are going to count as a 0-drop. If they count as a 2, because you pay 2 mana to get your random totem, and you go up to a 3-drop, that's
really cool.
awesome.
I'm not sure how they're going to work that one out.
I'm not sure how to feel about this card. It seems like it could be good. You're going to summon a minion that is equal to the mana that you have in your pool. Seems like it could be a good curve filler. If your cards in your hand are 2, 3, 5 and 6 or something like that, and you're looking at your hand, you're like, well, what am I gonna do on turn 4? I don't have a 4-drop or anything, and I'm just gonna have an empty play.
Yeah,
But you can just use this to fill in your slot and get something on the board, so you're not missing a play.
That's true.
But let's see. It's been pretty good packs so far. All right, let's see what else we got here. Ooh, another rare and epic. Oh my god, worst epic NA. I mean, I just don't see the... I get it. Like, you get a recurring weapon that just goes back into your hand every turn. But for 5, I mean, you're already getting some of the best weapons in the game out of Fiery War Axe in the Warrior class. This just doesn't fit in there. But it does fit in well with the dust categories.
Yeah.
So don't play this. But destroy all minions with 2 or less attack is a really good board wipe against those early aggressive decks. And there's going to be a lot of Murloc decks that are going to be played, I think. Sure. So especially Murloc Paladin got a good card. So I think this will be a good way to combat that. I hate that they keep trying to push the stupid pirate bullshit with Rogue. Like, if you're going to do it, at least give them cards that are going to make that deck work, and this just isn't really going to do it. It really just annoys me because I like the Rogue class, and they've nerfed Blade Fury, which we talked about on the podcast and everything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
True. I haven't looked too much at that one. Ooh.
Okay, so we got our rare here is a Yogg Saron card. Cast a random spell that costs 5 or less. Wow, okay. If it was flat 5, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
5 or less, I mean, even still, there's a lot of spells that this could hit. That'd be interesting. I don't know. Maybe that'll see some actual play.
Yeah.
Have you seen any cards so far that really strike your fancy?
I like the Cthulhu cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, these look really interesting.
Especially if you get them right off the bat, you could try to work something like that in there. Especially since you're like just playing the game, you're gonna get 13 packs out of this set.
It's very true. I really need to start playing again.
So I really like this card. This is awesome.
Ooh.
It's a big backstab, and Rogue needs really good, powerful, like removal spells.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the way they should work, and this is really good. I think this is a step in the right direction. Maybe if it was a 2-drop, it'd see more play. I'm not really sure if this is going to be a great card or just an okay card, but it'll take some playing around with to see if it works. This is pretty cool, though.
Give it +2/+2 if it's a beast draw card. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're trying to push the Beast Druid thing, and it's a fun deck.
Yeah. I like using beasts. At least the deck that I have is pretty beast heavy. Now, well, it's half and half. I have a lot of spells in it too.
Yeah.
But that's actually really cool.
Well, I mean, you always want to balance it out with some spells, but if primarily the creatures you're playing are beasts, this is going to fit in really good, I think. Maybe more than what's the other card that this is probably going to take its place in certain setups is the wild, the one that gives you +2/+2 and taunt.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mark of the Wild.
Mark of the Wild, yeah. And so Mark of Yasarj. These old god things. It's all Eldritch horror based, so it's got the weird apostrophes and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I think that this card is good because Druid needs something that's going to help it draw effectively, and this is going to get you there.
Because there aren't a lot of cards in Druid that let you like actually draw.
Except for what is it, Wrath or something? The one where like you choose 3 damage
or you can draw a card,
and deal 1 damage and draw a card.
Yeah, draw 3 cards. Because that's the same situation I had yesterday where I had like 2 Innervates and
I hate. Well, sometimes Druid just gets shit draws, and that's very reminiscent of a green style of play in Magic. Infested Wolf is cool because this is a big haunted creeper, and with haunted creeper rotating out of the standard, giving it some form of a replacement is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the first legendary to see what we get here. All right, so Jesus, I had to get all of the South Sea squid faces.
Sorry, Vince.
Well, it's okay, you know. Ooh, a rusty hook. This is, you know, honestly, I think that this is actually a pretty good card. Just because you're getting a 1/1 for 1, and you're getting a 1/3 weapon off of it. So if you don't draw your Fiery War Axe, and
you at least have something.
And at least this is a pirate card that you don't necessarily have to play in a pirate setting. Though I'm really confused by the art here. And the reason why is because this looks a lot like the Rogue Legendary. And why are you putting the pirate
in a
warrior section if it's riding on the Rogue Legendary? That makes no sense to me.
Vince, don't worry about the details.
Yeah, it's true. This rare, I don't know. I think is pretty bad. I just don't see any reason to
That's kind of
play.
weird. Yeah.
I guess I don't know. It's gonna take a while to figure out how this Cthulhu stuff is gonna work. You're only playing this in Priest, and do you
You'd
really
have to really
need,
work it out together?
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you really need the 10 health? I guess if you just take a lot of damage while you're building up and you're just trying to stabilize.
How often is that gonna happen though?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the big question.
Yeah, because it would kind of be a waste if you just had it and you didn't need the 10 health.
Right.
So.
Hey,
so much.
Ooh, yeah, 2 rares and an epic.
South Sea Squid Face.
Ooh, and we got the my god, 9
Destroy Minute.
9 mana for a 4/4.
Well, Destroy Minute add its attack and health to Cthulhu. So
I mean, yeah. I mean, that seems, even though it is a good effect, I still think that's
that's really
very
high.
expensive. Yeah, that's almost too expensive.
It is a little much. I mean, it'd be really cool because you
Yeah.
can say you destroy a minion that has like 10/10 and it could give it to Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And you can really rack it up, especially with the +2/+2 that
Yeah.
you have. But still, like a 9-drop, that's a little
much.
that's
Yeah.
a little much.
And so Darkshire Librarian, good. I got 2 on the hunts and 2 Darkshire Librarians. So I'm glad I got my play sets of those cards.
Ooh.
Oh man, got my second evolve too, so I don't have to craft another one of those.
That's good.
I mean, it's really funny to see them reprint cards that are similar to others, and I mean, this is though I guess I feel like there's been a lot of these deal 1 damage to enemy minions, but okay, so they're trying to make that a viable option in Mage, I see, because this is a Mage and not a Warrior card. I think that this Corrupted Seer is going to see a fair amount of play in Murloc.
Yeah.
Because it gives them a 1-sided board wipe, so for 6, I mean, that's actually pretty good. You're getting a 2/3 that's going to add more synergy to your gameplay, and you're getting a 1-sided board wipe.
Yeah. That's pretty.
All right.
Let's see.
Another epic. Jesus, really?
Well,
Thank you.
I guess.
Okay, so I didn't realize this was actually a rogue card, and that's pretty cool. So you're discovering a Death Rattle card, so there's a lot of things you can pick up with this, and including a Nubarak, which is a legendary card that you could possibly pull off of this for a 1-drop.
Ridiculous.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, to just pull it, and if you're not playing it, still getting it, though. So Doomcaller is pretty much being flagged as one of the better cards to play with the Cthulhu strategy, because it's going to add to your Cthulhu, and if it's dead, you shuffle it into your deck, and then you can replay it, and you're going to get the +2/+2 added to Cthulhu. So if you are, I think if there's a way to play like a Druid style Cthulhu deck, this is going to be really good in that, because you're going to actually be able to go ahead and play it early, get it going, and then if you pull it a couple more times before you get your Cthulhu out, that's pretty good.
That'd be really nice. I mean, I want to open all the packs now. Like all of mine.
You want to start opening up some packs?
I'll wait.
Okay, all right.
I'll wait till we finish.
All right, so this is pretty good, actually.
Cost 1 less for each totem you summon. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be something you can pull out really soon. Okay, so a lot of people are not liking this card, and I honestly don't know why, because especially if you're playing that Mage-style deck that's dealing 1 damage to things with the cards you're playing, you could easily combo into a 5/5 off the play. I guess the idea of why people are not really liking this card is because you could just play a 5/5 for 5, or you could play a Chillwind Yeti, which is a 4/5 for 4, and it's really not worth the combo. But if you're playing in a strategy that can maybe copy your Death Rattles, maybe playing this in the Rogue style deck where you're playing the Undead Raptor, where you can copy the Death Rattle off of this, I think that there's options there. I don't think it's a horrible card. I actually think it could see some play. It's just going to take some working around.
Just see how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Let's see any legend. Oh, well.
Hearthstone?
You fucked it up. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there it goes. Hearthstone just going to be weird there.
Well, I'm sure a shit ton of people are looking at it right now.
Yeah, that's true. So some of the arts are really cool. I really like this Bloodhoof Brave, even though it's maybe not the best card in the world. But I mean, okay, so...
Well,
+3 attack on the enrage. So enrage is if it's
That's
been
what
dealt
it-
damage, it'll get the enrage effect. So, I mean, they're probably not going to want to swing a 1/1 into this, but say they did, that would be your best case scenario.
That's
You're
true.
getting a 5/5 off of it.
And it's still a taunt too.
And it's taunt, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think there's options there.
Yeah.
Rallying Blade is really good for paladins because they really could use a weapon that was good besides Coghammer.
Yeah.
And this is basically Fiery War Axe from the warrior side, but
Yeah.
with this really cool synergy with that Divine Shield
They're
mechanic.
doing a lot with the Divine Shield. Well, Paladin I think has always had like a lot
Yeah.
of the Divine Shield stuff.
So I guess this is the Druid Cthulhu card. If you have at least 10 attack on your Cthulhu, you're gaining 5 health.
Okay.
This is sort of like an on the play after you have Cthulhu out, though.
Yeah.
Or really,
Oh,
I
well,
wonder
I
if
don't
that's
know.
just if the Cthulhu in your deck has at least
It
10
doesn't
attack.
say, so I would
That
say
seems like a
yeah.
better mechanic, so I'm gonna say yes, probably the way they want to go with that. Well, that's pretty interesting, though.
Let's see what we got.
We got another one. Okay, a 4/1 for.
Well, it's a 2-drop.
Yeah, this seems exactly like that one card, the Dark Healer or something like. Well, that does like I think all of your creatures, and it's like a 6-drop. Okay, that's all right, Peck.
Yeah,
They can't all be winners.
that's very true. Let's see.
It's the lag again. Give it a second. There it goes.
Just thinking about it.
So what we got here? Another Shadow Strike. Midnight Drake. Gain +1 attack for each other card in your hand.
That's
so
kinda cool.
yeah, I mean, especially in this dragon setup, because it is a dragon card. A lot of the dragon cards have, when you play a card, if you have a dragon in your hand, you're getting an effect. So in that dragon deck, you're kind of holding cards until the right time to play that. And I think
Okay.
that this is synergistic with that game's play style.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. All right, so moving on over. Got to give it a second. There we go. Another Rallying Blade. Whenever a friendly minion dies, give your Cthulhu +1/+1.
So many things that are gonna give that Cthulhu like so much power.
Yeah, it's
I mean, for each different deck too.
right,
Well,
exactly.
Hero.
I mean, it's good that they're not just pigeonholing it into one class, because that wouldn't be fair to that class. I don't think, to force them to want to play that one deck.
That's true.
Oh yeah, another fiery bat. But Master of Evolution is another great card in the set. You transform
Ooh.
your friendly minion into a random one that costs 1 more. So again, playing with that evolve strategy,
Yeah.
especially if you evolve. If you play evolve and then curve out with that, then you're getting a double evolve on top of
that'd be
that.
really cool.
It's actually pretty good. See
No
what a
legendary
rare
yet.
is. So this card is funny because there's a deck that's going around right now from the last, or not the last expansion, but it was the Grand Tournament when it came out, and there was a card called Mysterious Challenger, and it would basically pull all of your Paladin secrets out and put them into play, and he would gain a bunch of abilities from doing that. I think he got +1/+1 for all the
That's true.
secrets and everything. So to see this card kind of come out, that's almost like an anti-Mysterious Challenger card where you play it, and then it's just going to eat all their secrets and become a huge creature.
Yeah. That's pretty cool though.
I think that's better than nerfs, in my opinion. Like, rather than nerfing all of the cards, you're just going to create it so that you can play a card, and it's
Yeah.
just going to help you in that scenario. Now, there's a thing called sideboarding in in Magic the Gathering that Hearthstone doesn't do, and I find it kind of odd that they create a lot of cards like that card that are sort of great in a sideboard scenario where it's like, oh hey, we've played game 1, you're playing this. Well, since you're playing that, I'm going to play this card that directly combats your deck.
Yeah.
And so, I wish that they would make that an option in Hearthstone, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
The game is pretty young compared to other card games, so
Yeah, that's true.
last couple packs have
When
been
did
pretty
Hearthstone come
uneventful. 2013, I want to say. So it's been
Okay.
about 3 years now.
Let's see what we got.
I mean, some people have been talking about this card. I mean, if you don't have a removal option for it, it's going to pound you in the face.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 4-drop 7/7.
Yeah. And they have been, I guess, nerfing a lot of the removal in this game while also adding new removal. I don't know. Blizzard makes some weird decisions when it comes to this game.
They're trying.
They're getting there. I wonder if this card is going to be interesting. You give a minion +1/+1 for each of your totems. Especially like I think if you're playing the totem shaman deck where you're like you play that 5, there's a 5-drop that you inspire, and every time you summon a totem it gets +1/+1, or all of your totems get +1/+1. So you could do that and then kind of play this and give your guy a couple +1/+1s.
Yeah.
Forbidden Ancient is an awesome druid card.
Spend all your mana, gain +1/+1 for. Ooh.
He's gonna be a whopper.
Yeah, that's gonna be
especially late in the game.
Drop too?
Yeah, and I think that even still, like, say you pull this on turn 4 and you're like looking for something to play.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this growing with how much mana you have. That way it helps your curve, which is a thing in Hearthstone that needed to be addressed. So
that's pretty cool.
Good design decisions. Golden Epic.
Ooh.
At the start of your turn, double this minion's attack. Jeez. And it's a dragon. Jeez. I'm glad I got my second Myers Keeper.
Yeah.
This is an option. I wonder what slot that's going to fill, because I feel like a lot of these dragon cards are already kind of well established, and it'll be determining whether some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
Problem is, this is a 6-drop, and it's a 2/8, and even though you're doubling it each turn, that's sort of an effect you want on an earlier card to give you the advantage of building it up. So I don't know. We'll see how that card works out.
We'll see.
Okay, let's see. Bam.
Okay.
All right, another kind of wasteless pack, but Moving on over.
Okay, let's see.
Got a rare. Ah, yeah. Why do I keep pulling this card?
Can you dust
out
it?
of all my epics? Yeah, I mean, I can dust them.
I wonder how much you can dust it for.
Well, the epics are 400 to make, and I think 100 to dust. So, Shifter Xeris. Each turn this is in your hand, transform it into a random minion, which is interesting. I really want to see how this card plays out, because I am pretty confused. Patrick and Daniel and I were talking about the potential of this card, so I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I am interested to see how that plays out. I probably would have preferred a different legendary, but there are ones that I would have liked less than that. So
that's
I guess
very true.
Good old vanilla Tintin. Another Rallying Blade. I hate pulling like extra duplicates. Like there's other cards I would rather be pulling right now.
That's not how it works. It's random.
It's not. It is random.
Okay, let's see.
Ooh, hey, yeah, Undercity Huckster. Add a random class card to your hand, and he's a 2/2 4/2, giving you an extra card. So he's giving you a card off of being a 2/2. They gave Rogue that crappy pirate card, but they gave it some love. It's got some good cards. We got 25 packs. I know they did. Especially after they nerfed goddamn Blade Fury. Jeez, that was just rough. There was no coming back for that deck at all. Oil Rogue being the deck in question.
Yeah, but there will be more decks.
Okay, so I actually like Possessed Villager because it's a good zoo option. You're playing a 1/1 for 1. When it dies, you're getting another 1/1. So it's like just sticky. It's sticky, and I think zoo benefits from having sticky minions because they're really weak minions. So when they die, it's good to have a replacement.
That's true.
And especially since Haunted Creeper is going out, it's going to need more things like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Golden Evolve. That's a really cool effect on the golden animation there. I like that a lot. Blood to Ichor is kind of interesting because you're dealing 1 damage to a minion, and if it survives, you summon a 2/2 slime. And that's sort of like a they have a card that's like that in the core set. It's like you deal 2 damage and you draw a card if it survives. So and there's options, especially like when you could deal 1 damage and turn that into a whirlwind, and then you still get your 2/2 and everything. Get some board presence.
Okay.
Options.
Got some stuff.
They got some stuff here. They got some stuff
cool
there.
Ooh,
All right,
the
so
shadow.
I really want to see what the potential of this card is, because it's almost like a spell version of the Auchenized Soul Priest effect, where you can turn all of your. Of course, it's this turn, so it's only going to happen for one turn. So you kind of want to start. You probably want to lead with that, and then play like a Circle of Healing, and kind of combo and get yourself a board wipe, or you could try like doing some different heal options to maybe deal some damage. I think this is going to require building a deck around this strategy, but I think it'd be interesting to see where it goes.
Sure. I haven't really played too much Priest. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, Priest is always wonky. I mean, it works best in a control setup, but unfortunately, with Hearthstone, control has not been a very good deck type, which I'm glad to see they're slowing the format down a little bit, which should help that strategy work more. Though I think that they kind of annihilated aggro from being an option in this game, which I'm not a fan of. But otherwise, we'll see how things pan out in the next coming months. So deal 9 damage randomly split among all characters for 3.
That's pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it could hit you in the face a lot, but I mean, that's the randomness of Hearthstone, I guess.
Yeah.
So this card, even though it's just a dumb little common, I think it's actually a pretty good card.
That's pretty cool.
Reason why I say that is because they're removing one of the Naxxramas cards called Sludge Belcher, I believe, if I remember the name correctly. And that card was really good because it just kind of walled you off. Now, granted, the minions summoned off of this isn't a taunt as well, but I still think this gives you options.
It's still something that you have on the board. So.
It's some sticky defending presence, which I think is good.
Yes.
All right.
We're getting down to it.
Getting laggy here, but we're getting there.
Too many cards.
Man, so many of these like stupid corrupted heal bots, and another one of these guys. Well, such as such, I guess. I'll just have a lot of dust to make cards.
You will have a lot of dust.
Golden Courier.
Ooh.
Another corrupted seer, golden one. I'll dust that.
Yeah. Okay, it's pretty cool.
All right.
Bloop 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 doop doop doop.
Do her dur dur.
Derp derp derp.
So what deck? So you think you're gonna play the Cthulhu deck?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a druid Cthulhu deck.
Okay, we'll see how that pans out.
You're gonna have to help me make it.
I will help you make that.
Maybe not. I'll start it. No, I'll ask for some advice.
Yeah. Well, you make some good choices when it comes to deck building. You just are not used to it as much.
That's true.
So Death Rattle, copy a card from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. I mean, this is like a Thought Steal on a minion. That's pretty cool.
Okay. But no, I'm excited about it. I just have to actually start playing it again and see how much it's changed, because I think most of the decks that I have is pretty heavy as far as getting the enemy's health down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see to try to slow it down.
Right. Yeah. Well, it is slower, but I mean, there's a lot of options here. Hey, we pulled another Forbidden Agent. That's good. Okay. I had some really good early pulls, but things are heating up a little bit. Let's just hope we finish strong here.
Don't jinx it. You got nothing.
Yeah, I know. Here's the wood right here. Some more pirate stuff. Yeah. Whatever.
There's so much pirate stuff.
They keep trying to push it as a deck, and I really like pirates, so I wish it was just a better deck. I mean, I love Evolve, but why did I have to pull like 4?
And another squirming
I got
tentacle.
a lot of repeats.
Yeah. Well, you can dust it.
Yeah.
Get some muns. Let's see.
Oh. Okay. A lot of repeats here again.
It knows you're coming to the end of it.
Yeah, it just wants to give me as many of the same card I've already pulled.
Let's see. Yeah. You have a couple of those Darkshire Councilmen. I like the art on it.
Yeah. But, okay, so Forlorn Stalker gives all Death Rattle minions in your hand a +1/+1, which is pretty powerful. I mean, you can actually kind of play it and then get everything in your hand a little boost. Especially because, if you're playing a deck that has, a lot of those little small Death Rattle cards.
Yeah, that's true. You do a lot with it. This little T.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that being a 6-drop. I mean, you draw a card and add 2 extra copies of it to your hand. I mean, you're getting... Okay, so you're drawing 3 cards for 6.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what if you pull... it just seems like there's so many things that you would pull that you don't really want. but the upside is really high. So I mean, like, say you pull like a legendary or something like that, and it's just
That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like how often is that gonna happen?
yeah, honestly.
You never know. Forbidden Flame.
Oh god, I hate this card. I thought it was so good at first. I really
Yeah.
did think it was going to be amazing.
But it's only to a minion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
So I don't know. I mean,
if it was to
I feel
an
like
opponent.
it would have been pretty broke, I guess, honestly, if it did, deal damage to face as well. So they're probably afraid to give Mage a really powerful card like that. But I mean,
do
still,
it.
you might as well just done it or come up with a different effect instead of making some unplayable rare that I don't want. More of the same. Man, this is like I've never pulled this many of the same card in
one
like a
time.
batch of packs like this.
You got another Doom Caller.
Yeah. A forbidden ritual though, so
It's
this
nice.
is interesting.
Ooh.
So you get a lot of hentai going on up in here.
It's my favorite thing.
Summon all the tentacles.
Tentacle Corner is really weird.
It is really weird.
It's a
It's
very
I swear to God, if I pull another one of these Twilight Dark Menders
I need
though,
you
and
to-
one of these stupid faceless behemoths,
it's a-
God,
it's okay. You got 8.
yeah.
8 more packs.
If
Let's see what we
if I
got.
pull a cool legendary out of this, another good one,
You jinxing
uh,
yourself. You're not gonna get
yeah, probably. I would love to pull the Shaman legendary.
What's the Shaman legendary?
He has this effect where as much damage as you do to an enemy, either minion or player, you heal that much, which is cool because you
That is
can
cool.
do lots of really interesting combos with that.
That's really cool. I'm gonna save it in your D drive.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
nah, it's okay.
It's my
I made a
favorite.
joke about my penis yesterday. I have 2 hard drives on my computer, and so I told her to save it to the D drive, and I thought it was funny. It was probably
It was
not.
funny. Well, I love dumb jokes like that. And
I am the king of dad jokes.
honestly, you're not even a dad yet.
I know, right?
Jeez. But it's okay. I appreciate it.
I'm pulling through a bunch of nothing here, so I'm just going
No.
to speed through the rest of this here. Though, I guess, to be fair, there is going to be a lot more free packs to be had by just
Yeah.
playing the game, so...
Because isn't you get 3 packs after you win 2 games?
No, 5.
Oh. Oh, shit.
All right. And, honestly, like, I had most of the cards that got nerfed, and they give you full value on the dust for those, so...
Shoot, I just got
I do-
Sumerius. I'm so happy.
Yeah, you got it. He's an awesome
I haven't
legendary.
had a chance to play it yet, though.
Selfless hero. So, again, like with that Divine Shield strategy...
It looks
building-
like that character from Street Fighter that
Oh,
Daniel likes
the
to play.
Drury.
Yeah.
She does kind of.
Golden Coleman. Rare.
Another Thistle Tea.
Yeah, let's see
And
last
final
one.
tag.
See what we got.
We do it.
I don't know. But it's okay.
Well, we got another Master of Evolution.
you have a bunch of copies so that you can dust. So
Yeah.
you get something real cool.
So let's see. We'll go through and see exactly how much dust we'll have at the end of this here. Wow, 790 dust.
Wow.
So
yeah, go ahead and get rid of that shit.
how many? 94 copies of different commons, 11 rare
And only one.
like copies, and I guess an epic copy that I had 3 of. Which epic did I pull 3 of? Oh, it was that stupid warrior
Yeah.
weapon.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a lot of new cards here. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking around. I think this was a fun little
This was fun.
little exercise here. So
I'm glad I
well,
was here.
yeah, and I'm glad to have Alyssa on finally.
I know. I did do another episode of the Lego City.
Yeah, we just
Yes.
haven't gotten that far in yet, but
That's
it'll
true.
be available soon. But you should definitely come on more often.
I will. We're gonna play a game eventually.
Yeah, you wanna tease everybody and tell what game we're playing?
I don't know. I have a couple games that I'm.
Ooh, all right.
well,
Well,
I want to. Okay, so mostly what I've been wanting to play is Palm Gets Wi-Fi.
all right.
it's
We're
a-
trying to work on
yeah,
that.
we're-
We'll figure out how to play that effectively between the two of us.
Well, I know. So I played that game all the way through. It's just I kind of want to. I want to look at it some more and just kind of see how
maybe
it's gonna work
maybe we'll
out.
craft our own specific blend of humor to go along with it.
Yeah, because that game, it's an indie. Well, it's one that someone made on RPG Maker. It's really fun. It's a free game. You should check it out. But it has a lot of
You have
like,
to you have to be
weeaboo
well
trash
you have to be well steeped
references.
in the culture to
Yeah.
understand a lot of the humor in that game.
Yeah, and
which
like,
I think is why it has a small but devoted fan following.
because I love that game, and like, so I get a good majority of the references, but some of them I'm just like, I don't know what that means. But it's either that and Honeycam.
Yeah, Honeycam Studio would be fun.
Yeah, I'm like an expert at it now.
There we go. We'll get to see your tycoon in the works, your porn
My
industry
cam
hub,
girl, like my cam girl ring.
Alyssa's very own empire.
I know. I make all the money and all the fans. So
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys soon.
bye.